Hey, how's it going, sir? This is Ryan Gass of PTP. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. Got your message and wanted to return your phone call and see how I could help.
Oh, okay. Thanks for calling.
Absolutely. So what you got going on?
Well, I took the training, and I took the training for Virginia, to be licensed in Virginia, Maryland, and D.C.
Okay.
I went and got my fingerprints, photos, and all that. Submitted it and was denied.
Okay.
Now, it was denied because in the early 80s, I was pulled over in Charles County, and prior to that, I had purchased a rifle and gave it to my brother.
Okay.
He sawed the barrel off. When I discovered that, I took it from him. I was going to destroy it. But on the way back, he was pulled over by the police, and I told them that it was in there. So I was charged with possession of a illegal weapon, and I got community service, and that's the reason why it was denied when I submitted it.
Okay.
Because they said because of having the, I guess I forget the term that they use, but a guilty charge or convicted or guilty conviction, whatever.
Right.
They said that prevented me from being able to. But I mean, is there any way to get around it? I mean, I'm.
So yeah, yes and no. Two things. I want to start by saying I'm not an expert on this, and I'm not exactly sure exactly how this would go, more or less. But I've seen people with similar situations and similar timelines, and they've been able to essentially get a governor's pardon for whatever that might have been, and then once that has been granted, then you are able to get your permits and be able to buy firearms and things of that nature. It's definitely not an easy process or a short process. It makes it easier, obviously, if you're able to retain a lawyer to help you with it.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, like I just had a student I was dealing with recently who he had I want to say it was related to narcotics. It was a possession with intent to distribute, and that was back like the 80s, maybe the 90s. And long story short, he got convicted. He did his time, like multiple years in jail. But since I want to say starting back in 2008 maybe or 2010, he did it all by himself. He did a bunch of research, learned how to do it, took the time to do it all himself, and it took him a good long while, but he was able to get a governor's pardon. And up to today, he's applied for all the different licenses and gotten every single one but the Maryland, which is still in process, and it looks like it's going to be approved. So I would strongly encourage you to look into potentially a governor's pardon or something of that nature. Not just an expungement, because I don't think an expungement simply on a charge like that is going to be enough for you. You're going to definitely have to probably get a governor's pardon in order to get past that and move on to what you're trying to do.
Okay. I mean, because I've never been a criminal person. I mean, my brother, he's a wild guy, and I never should have done what I did. But that was back in, like I said, the 80s. I mean, I've been married. I've been married to the same woman. I've been in high school 52 years. I have a SCI clearance. I worked for the government. I mean, I've been doing this stuff for over 20 years now.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I have an excellent, my credit is excellent. I mean, I have, no problems. I mean, I walk a straight and narrow line.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely frustrating sometimes because, people either, one, make a mistake and or they are accused of such a mistake, kind of like in your situation, and they make it so hard to move on past that episode of someone's life. But, yeah, I mean... So,
how would you suggest that I pursue, you say, the governor's pardon? Yes.
So, honestly, I'd be lying if I told you I knew how to do it. I've heard of people doing it. Most people go through a lawyer, but like I said, that one guy, he was able to do it on his own. Yeah, I would. Again, I don't know how to go about doing it, but if you have the means to be able to do so, to increase the successfulness possibly of it, and also to kind of accelerate to a certain extent, I would potentially look at retaining a lawyer to help you with this problem. But what I might do too is I might reach out to that client who did it himself and see if he's willing to maybe talk to you a little bit about his situation and how he was able to get to where he is today. And
that would be great.
And if he is cool with that, are you alright with me passing along your information on to him?
Oh yeah. I mean, you're giving him my phone number and name and all, right?
Yes sir, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. And I want to say, because I do have a lawyer that I was pointed to, Edward Hirschon. Have you ever heard of him?
Yes. He's pretty good in general when it comes to anything firearms related, and he'd definitely probably be a good one to steer you in the right direction on this particular situation.
Okay, because I sent him an email last night. I mean, I hadn't gotten a response from him, but I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you suggest that I go that route?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you have the means and you're wanting to, again, like the means to be able to do so, and you have the desire to do, get this all completed in a more timely fashion. Not that it's going to be quick. Like I don't, honestly, I don't. Right. I'd be surprised if this was, cleared up within a year. It's that long and drawn out of a process. But a year is much more faster than the other guy, the client of mine who did on his own. And I think, if I recall, it took him on his own about 10 years to get able to navigate through the process. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I definitely would recommend that if you have the means to be able to do that.
Okay, then I think I'll go with Attorney Hirschon. I'll go with him then.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's a good choice.
Okay, Mr. Bell, I really appreciate you returning the call. I really do.
Absolutely.
Thank you for taking the time.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
And I will be returning back to training too.
Cool. Sounds good. We're looking forward to having you.
Because I want to stay on top of this.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Definitely understood.
Okay. Thank you. And you have a wonderful day and stay blessed.
Yes, sir. Thank you too.
Thank you.
Hey, real quick, sir. You don't mind me asking? You there?
No, not. Yes, I'm here.
Hey, so two things. I'm trying to put out more information, like on our YouTube, to people about situations like this, and try to, long story short, I want to be clear. I videotape this conversation, and I can edit out any information you'd like, absolutely, to not identify you. But I was wondering, if you're all right with it, do you mind if I post a video of this conversation to YouTube to kind of help others a little bit that might be in a similar situation?
No, not. I don't have a problem.
Okay.
I mean,
so how I'll do that?
I just wouldn't want.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want my name
Absolutely.
broadcast, but
So what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll double check. I'll watch it through. I'll edit it if there is any identifying information, and then what I'll do is I'll post it to YouTube, but not so everyone can see it. I'll post it in a way that only people that have a link can see it, and then what I'll do is I'll send that link to you so you can review it just to double check. And then once I have your approval, then I'll make it actually go public.
Okay. All right.
I appreciate it.
That sounds good.
Yes, sir. I'm always trying to find new ways to get this information out and try to help more people. So this is one of the things I'm starting to do now.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. I'll text you the link here in next couple hours.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.